Sunday run day this morning because I have lots of thoughts. One, it's disgusting out here. But two, been thinking a lot about transitions. I had a client earlier this week that she, typical summer, away for a little while, moved, a couple little ones, COVID a couple times, and going back to work. And she just was overwhelmed. And I cannot tell you how many times in the past 11 years that I have felt overwhelmed. And when I'm sitting here now, having found a reasonable schedule, which is going to change, of course, the one thing I can look back on, and this is what I talked to the client about, is consistency. And I know it's not sexy. I know it's not like, if you do this one thing, you'll be totally fine. Like, anything that I have stuck with, it's because I was consistent. Meditation during COVID, eating last summer, Sunday run day for the most part, how I work with clients, just everything is about consistency and just showing up. And so what we spent this session doing was figuring out literally her week. Like, okay, exactly what days are you going to bike? Exactly what days are you going to run? What time do you get up? What do you do right after you get up? We talked about the fact that she usually has to work after putting the kids to bed, and so that doesn't make it easy to get up early in the morning. A lot of people say, because I get up usually like 4:40. The weekends it's a little different. But the reason I can do that is because I am in bed by 9:20 at the latest. Like, I go to bed before my kids. But you've got to walk through that stuff, figure it out, works for you, and then just keep showing up. And again, like, I've told people this story. Like, I remember when I was younger looking at, people who are my age now and being like, oh my gosh, that's so boring. They eat the same thing every day. They do the same schedule. They go to the same workout. That's one less decision I have to make. I know exactly where my pockets of time are, and I can block them to, meet the grenade that comes home from school, and I don't know if they're going to be happy or sad or have a lot of homework or not. And I make sure that they have my full attention because my work block is done and my transition is there, and then I'm there to meet them. But the only way that happens is if I'm consistent. So again, like, yeah, it's a little boring sometimes, but that's, I can say without hesitation that, I have been able to work out a couple days a week and been very consistent with that. I've been able to get strength training more consistent than I ever have in my entire life. Same thing with long runs on the weekends. During the week, we're still working on that. Because especially in this heat, I hate running in the afternoon. But if you need help walking through that, or if your provider that you're working with, if they don't sit down, if they just give you a list of things and don't help you, you're going to be sitting there just kind of, spinning your wheels. And so that's one of the things that I do with clients, if they need it, is like we sit down and we map out every single thing and make sure that the exercises and the workouts and the things that they do is exactly what they need, no more, no less. Inevitably, somebody at the end always is like, oh, but is there anything else I'm supposed to do? I'm like, let's just start with this, okay? Let's show up first. Let's see if we can do that, and then let's keep going. And those are my clients that do the best. Hands down. And those are the clients, I'll be honest, I have to see the least, because they're just, they'll pop in every couple of weeks. They've done their stuff, and we can check the box and move on. So if you're having trouble with consistency, you want some tips, hop in my DMs. I'm happy to help you with that. But that's the one thing, hands down, across the board, if you're a mom or a pro, whatever it is, consistency. So share with me how you stay consistent. If you've got some tips, I'd love to hear those too. Happy Sunday Run Day.